So AC current, AC through only an inductor. I have a pure inductor. Pure inductor means it doesn't have any associated resistance, okay, or capacity. So this is, so we assume that the voltage Vt is given by Vm cos omega t plus alpha. The current that is flowing It is given by Im cos omega t plus beta. Our target is to find the relationship between Vm, Im, alpha, and beta. Okay. We have to find a relationship between Vm, Im, alpha, and beta. Okay. So, what is the basic equation of an inductor? Basic VI equation of an inductor?
V is equal to L di by dt.
P is equal to L di by dt. Absolutely. Here, Vt equal to L di by dt, dit by dt. Okay. So we know Vt, we know It. Let us put them in the equation. Vt is Vm cos omega t plus alpha L d dt of Im cos omega t plus beta. Okay. We can differentiate it. L Im omega minus sine omega t plus beta. We can write this. Okay. Now we will use a handy equation that cos of pi by 2 plus theta equal to minus sin theta. Can you verify this? This is equal to cos pi by 2 cos theta minus sin pi by 2 sin theta. This is 0. This is 1. So this is minus sin theta. Right? So we can write this. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So by comparison, we can write this. Okay. These two are same only if this and this are same and this are same. Only then we can say they are equal, they are same thing. Now this term, this omega L, this term is called inductive reactance. Okay. And often denoted as XL. That is equal to omega L, that is equal to 2 pi. 2 pi FL. Sorry. Okay. This term is called the inductive reactance. Can anyone tell me the unit of inductive reactance? What will the unit of inductive reactance?
Ohm.
Ohms. Very good. Because it is simply voltage by current. That is resistance. It will have the same units as resistance. That is very good. Second thing, we can find that alpha minus beta is pi by 2, or alpha equal to beta plus pi by 2. So what does that mean?
Voltage leads current by pi by 2.
Absolutely. In a purely inductive circuit, the voltage will lead the current by a phase of pi by 2. Now what is meant by that? Suppose these are my coordinate axis. This is my time. I am plotting the voltage with red. This is my voltage. This is my VT. Okay, in red. So how will current will look like? Current is lagging the voltage by an angle of pi by 2. What does this mean? That means that here it will be like this. 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 Check. One thing. This is cos. This will be minus sign. Okay. This is my IT. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. How will it look in terms of phasors? If this is my voltage phasor, the corresponding current phasor would be look, it is 90 degree out of phase, lagging behind. Okay. Right? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, don't let us say we don't have a pure inductor anymore. We have a series combination of a resistor and an inductor. This is a R, this is a M. This is IT, this is VT. VT equal to Vm cos omega t. IT equal to, sorry. Cos omega t plus alpha. IT equal to Im cos omega t plus beta. Again, our target is to find Im and beta in terms of Vt, Vm and alpha. Okay. So what will be the equation? Vt equal to Rit plus L dit by dt. Okay. By using KVL. So Vm cos omega t plus alpha equal to R Im, sorry, cos omega t plus beta plus L d dt Im cos omega t plus beta. Is it okay to write this? So the
Yes, sir.
part is okay, no problem. Omega t plus alpha. Resistor thing is also okay. It will remain the same. but we have to do the derivative of the second part. Okay. Now let us remove the minus. Let the minuses. Now we have a problem. This is cos and this is sine. We cannot add them directly, right? We cannot add directly a cos term and a sine term. Okay. So what we can do? First thing, let's take our IM out of this equation. R cos omega t plus beta minus, or rather plus minus omega L Im sine omega t plus beta. Okay. Right?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
No.
IM you have taken outside.
Oh, right, absolutely. That's correct. This will not be here. Now we do a trick. We define R square by omega L square as cos of phi, and omega L R square omega L square, that is sine of phi. You can verify that sine square phi plus cos square phi equal to 1 as expected. Okay. So this becomes IM this becomes, I can take this out. Is it okay?
Sir, how you have taken cos phi and sin phi?
That is the trick. Because I want to, better keep it minus, that will be helpful, easier. Better keep the minus out. Because I want to express this as a cos, so that I can compare it with the voltage. I cannot directly add a cos and a sine, so I have to press some trick to express the entire thing as a cos, so that I can compare. So what do we get? We get Im R square omega L square cos phi cos omega t plus beta minus sin phi sin omega t plus beta. Okay, we're getting this.
Yes, sir.
This can be written as, by using trigonometry, Im R square omega L square cos of omega t plus beta plus phi, and to remind you, this is equal to Vm cos of omega. Now we can directly compare because we have cos on both sides. We are doing this trick so that we can add the thing, because we cannot add directly a sine and a cos. So by comparison, also this cos theta has a significance. It is not just can we write this both things where xl equal to omega n? Can we write both things?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, this term This term is called the magnitude of the impedance. Z is defined as R plus JXL. This is R, this is XL, and this is Z. So magnitude of this complex number, this will be this. So Vm equal to Im mod Z. And Z is a complex number. Second thing, alpha equal to beta plus phi. So the voltage is leading the current by an angle phi, where phi is equal to tan inverse omega L by R. So how will the phasor diagram look like in this case? If this is my V, my I would be something like this, and this angle is phi. And the length of I, it will be V by mod of Z. Okay. So here also the voltage is leading the current I, voltage is leading the current, but not by 90 degrees. Okay. It is leading the current by an angle phi, where phi is tan inverse omega L by R. And you can verify if R is 0, then phi becomes 90 degrees. Put R equal to 0, then phi becomes 90 degree. Put L equal to 0, then phi becomes 0. Right? If R is 0, then it's a pure inductance and the voltage is leading the current by 90 degree as we expect. If L is 0, then the circuit is a pure resistance and the voltage and current, they are in phase. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Some problems, then we
Sir, can you explain the result Z equals to R plus J times XL?
yeah. R equal to J X plus this one. Yeah.
So Z equals to R plus J times XL.
Acha. We see that Vm equal to Im R square. This we have seen.
Yes, sir.
But these are the magnitudes. All these are real quantity. In terms of phasor, this would be Vm e to the power of j alpha, Im e to the power of j beta. And how to write this? This would be mod z e to the power of j phi.
So how do we know that the imaginary part will be with XL only and not with R?
Okay, this is the convention. This is the convention.
Okay, sir.
Also, you will see when we discuss power. Oh, did we discuss power at all? We didn't. Okay. We're coming to that. Then this phi has an interesting property. Okay. So this, in terms of phasor, obviously, if this has a phi to match, then if this has to be equal, then obviously phi should be equal to alpha. Okay. And see how we have defined it. This was by mod of z, this was by phi. So obviously, what will be R? The x component of this, that is R equal to z cos phi xl, not L by the way. XL is Z sin phi. So we can say that Z equal to R plus J. Why it is plus J, not minus J? Because the voltage is leading the current by an angle of phi. So obviously phi would be positive. Okay. Some also he reminded me something important which I missed. Power. Power in a pure inductive circuit. For pure inductive circuit, we have seen that Vt equal to Vm cos omega t plus alpha. It equal to Im cos omega t plus alpha minus phi by 2, because it was beta equal to alpha minus phi by 2, as alpha minus beta was phi by 2, or alpha equal to beta plus phi by 2. We can write this. This is equal to Vm by omega L cos of omega t. Right? We can write this. Okay. So what is Pt? Pt equal to Vt into It. That is Vm square omega L cos omega t plus alpha. This is why there will be next classes from Google Meet. This is a terrible source of disturbance. Right?
Yes, sir.
We can write this because, one more time to recap, It was Im cos omega t plus beta, we had assumed it, but we found out that alpha equal to beta plus pi by 2. So beta would be alpha minus pi by 2. That is what we have written. Also, we had found out that Im was Vm by omega. Okay. So what is the average power? P average 1 by T integral 0 to T Pt dt. Okay. Vm square and omega and L, they are not functions of T, so we can take them out of the integral. Vm square omega Lt 0 to T cos of omega T alpha cos of omega T alpha minus pi by 2. Okay. So we put 2 here and 2 here. Now what is 2 cos A cos B?
Sine 2A.
Cos of
2 cos A cos B. Okay, how to find it? Cos of A plus
so
B.
cos A minus B plus cos A plus B.
Cos of A minus B plus
Hmm.
yes,
So
you're
cos A plus B plus cos A minus B.
Yes, sir.
correct. So that will be cos of A plus B. So 2 omega t 2 alpha minus pi by 2 dt. And the second one is cos of A minus B. So that is cos of minus pi by 2 dt. Now what is cos of minus pi by 2?
So cos pi by 2 0 हो जाएगा.
So obviously this
Zero.
second integral will be 0. If this term is 0, if this term is 0, obviously this entire integral will be 0. So we can remove it out. Okay. So we only have this one. We only have this one. What to do with this? But this is a simple cos, so we can integrate it directly without much worry. Sine of 2 omega t 2 alpha minus pi by 2 0 to t. Sine is cos, so cos is minus sine. Okay, so I can interchange the limit. Okay. So this would be Vm square 2 omega Lt into 2 omega. This would be sine of 2 alpha minus pi by 2 minus sine of 2 omega t plus 2 alpha minus pi by 2. What is omega? What is omega? Omega is 2 pi f. That is 2 pi by t.
2 pi by t.
So this t and this t will cancel out. Vm square 2 omega lt 2 omega sine of 2 alpha minus pi by
4 pi.
exactly 4 pi, right? Now anything sine of n4 pi plus anything that is equal to that anything sine of 2n pi plus alpha is sine alpha, right? Right or wrong? Check. Sine of 2n pi plus alpha is sine alpha. Check. Check for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So obviously this would be equal to Vm square 2 omega lt 2 omega, that is sine of 2 alpha minus pi by 2 minus sine of 2 alpha minus pi by 2. This gets cancelled. So the power average power dissipated is 0. The average power dissipated in a pure inductive circuit is always 0. Okay, keep this in mind. Same goes with capacitive circuit as well. We'll see that a bit later. Is it okay?
So the current is flowing in both directions. That's why the power is 0. For
Think
first half cycle, it is flowing in one direction.
you have asked a good question. Right. Can I delete this? It is given in
Yes,
every,
sir.
pick up any book.
Yes, sir.
But he has asked a very interesting question, so that deserves an answer. This is my voltage waveform. Cos of 2 omega t. Let us assume alpha to be 0 first in this. Okay, that will otherwise that will become very cumbersome. Let us assume alpha to be 0. So Vt equal to Vm cos 2 omega t. Sorry, omega, not omega, 2 omega, 2 omega t. Okay. So the waveform will look like this. Vt equal to Vm cos omega t. So our waveform will look like this. This is my Vt. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It we had checked. It would lag by 90 degree. So it equal to Im. The exact value of Im is not so important in this case. Cos of omega t minus pi by 2. That is Im cos of omega t cos of pi by 2 minus sine of omega t sine of pi by 2. So plus because cos a minus b. Now this is 0 because cos pi by 2 is 0. So that is Im sine of omega t. How will that look? That will look something like this.
Yes, sir.
Now see here between here to here. Now take a look at the product of this red, the product of the red and the green waveforms. Here to here the product is positive. Right? Here to here the product is positive. Here to here the product is negative. Here to here the product is positive again, and here to here the product is negative. And if you see that the area of the positive areas and the negative areas, they are same. As a result, the total power is 0 over one cycle. So power is, for some parts the power is absorbed, for some parts the power is dissipated, and the absorbed power and the dissipated power, they cancel each other. So the power dissipated is 0. An ideal inductor does not have dissipate any power from the circuit. Same goes with capacitor. Those of you who have the habit of watching TV, or rather, I do not know now they show it or not. When I was like you in first or second year, there was a product that was very often advertised in teleshopping networks. They say that if you put our product in the main line, that would reduce electricity bill. And they show that without the product, the electricity bill is high, very so high, and with the product, the electricity bill is so low. Do you know what that product contained?
An inductor.
Almost a capacitor. Because inductor, the problem with inductors is that inductors often have associated resistance, and that resistance will 100% dissipate power. It will never absorb it. Because resistance, you will see that V and I, they are always in phase. So 100% they dissipate power, no absorption. So they just capacitor, so they don't. So they what they do, they put a capacitor, and the capacitor changes the power factor. Okay, but if you see clearly, it will not help much. I will come to that product a little bit.
Sir, the fuse that is used to connect when meter reading is happening.
Fuse is something different. Fuse is that if the current through the fuse is above some value, the fuse will blow off. Because it assumes that the current is too high, there has been short circuit somewhere in the place.